3-2 the final here at Appleton Arena. Quinnipiac Bobcats defeating the St. Lawrence Saints in a pivotal Game 3 to punch their ticket to Lake Placid. Hello, everyone. I'm Kirby Paulson. Joining alongside me is MJ Baird, Q30 men's ice hockey beat reporter. MJ, quick thoughts on the game?
Kirby, this is a fantastic hockey game, up and down the ice. Quinnipiac just holds on, faces a lot of adversity at the end of the game, and like you said, they're on to Lake Placid.
We've been here all weekend. Definitely a different start to this game than the other two. What was the big difference?
Kirby, the big difference was easy. There was no goal scoring early on. In Game 1, St. Lawrence scores within 5 minutes of the game starting. In Game 2, Quinnipiac scores 16 seconds into the game. So both teams, in Game 1 it was St. Lawrence riding a high. In Game 2 it was Quinnipiac riding a high right from the get-go. And in this game, neither team really did that. It was up and down the ice. Both goaltenders, Hayton and Shortridge, having to make some big saves early on in this game that ultimately were difference makers. Obviously, Thomas Allworth, halfway through the first period, throws a puck on net on the power play, gets a lucky bounce off a St. Lawrence skate into the back of the net, and Quinnipiac ran from there. So different than the first two games, but different in a good way. It was a great hockey game to watch.
Well, we certainly didn't see a goal get scored 16 seconds off the opening faceoff like we did yesterday, but just how important was it for Quinnipiac to score first in this one?
Yeah, this is huge. Quinnipiac, a much better team when they're ahead. We've talked about this all week. Ren Pecknold said it, all the players on the team have said it, and it's kind of just about confidence. You know, when you're not chasing a team, granted, Quinnipiac's the underdog. They're the number 5 against the number 4 in this series, and it's just much easier. You're gripping your sticks a little looser. You're throwing pucks on net loosely, and that's what Quinnipiac did in the second period. They took advantage of St. Lawrence turnovers. You know, the fan section was right in front of me. They were not happy with the way their team was playing, and Quinnipiac took advantage of it. Alex Whalen pokes a puck loose in the neutral zone, picks it up, walks in, and snipes past Kyle Hayton. Connor Clifton, Landon Smith, they go in on a broken up 2-on-1, but a little bit of puck luck. Puck flies up in the air. That goal comes off a turnover, and Quinnipiac took those turnovers and ran.
Well, we talked a little bit about those turnovers before we hopped on air here. Just what kind of puck luck did this team see, and how much of a difference did that end up making in the goal scoring category?
They saw a lot of puck luck. Off the skate of a St. Lawrence defender, the Connor Clifton goal, I don't even know how the puck went in the net. Up, flipping around, comes back down, Kirby goes in the net. It was absolutely crazy, but Ren Pecknold said it after the game. When you work hard, you do the right things, you're going to get that puck luck. Granted, Quinnipiac played a great game nonetheless, and they deserve to be moving on to Lake Placid, but puck luck was a big factor.
Look, definitely a gutsy effort from these Bobcats. We saw them face a whole lot of adversity, already without KJ Tiefenworth in the lineup. Also, they lose Tommy Schutt in the middle of the game. And the third period, they're taking a whole lot of sustained pressure from St. Lawrence. They get that late one right before. St. Lawrence is all of a sudden in this one. How important is this team in facing this adversity now instead of facing it in Lake Placid?
Yeah, well, first off, right off the bat, trust me, they're going to face it against Harvard and Lake Placid, the number 1 overall seed in the conference. But as you said it, St. Lawrence scores with 10 seconds left in the second period. Very reminiscent of Friday night when St. Lawrence scored with 0.6 seconds left in a period. So Quinnipiac not doing a great job closing out the periods. And to continue on that note, like you said, Quinnipiac faced a lot of sustained pressure at the end of the third period. St. Lawrence, ultimately, they pulled Hayton and had a lot of offensive pressure. One puck goes off the crossbar, bar south, but not in the net. The refs review it. They determine it doesn't go in. But, you know, Quinnipiac, they were kind of just weathering the storm. And that's a little concerning, you know, looking ahead to a great team like Harvard. If Harvard's going to bring the pressure, Quinnipiac can only weather it so long before the pucks start to fall.
So again, 3-2 the final here from Canton, New York. Quinnipiac has punched its ticket to take on Harvard at 4 p.m. at Herb Brooks Arena in Lake Placid. MJ Baird in the Q30 ice hockey beat reporting team will be making the trip down. Make sure to follow Q30 Sports on Twitter and Q30television.com for all of your postseason content. And for MJ Baird, I'm Kirby Paulson. So long and farewell.